Hey, P-Dubs here. I got problems, I got pickups, and I got a few buddies with me here tonight for CBSI Presents Tales from Flipside, episode 119. Boys, introduce yourselves.
Deno, aka the club, is back and running up. I got the okay from the missus, so the club is up and running. We're looking good, boys.
Hope you're not on early morning duty.
Fuck it.
I'm Bryan McClay. I'm doing great. It's gonna be a fun show tonight. I got two tonight.
Z coming in from the basement. I have adjusted my lights to not be white and be yellow, thinking they will make me look less pale, but I do not think there's enough light changes in the world to do that.
Still got John to
Doorbell.
Jim McClay's pickups are here. Nico,
I'm Nico, your weekend update correspondent. I don't think God have mercy on my soul. Am I
You're working again.
Can someone answer the question? Oh, thank God. It's really good to be here. And if you only knew the amount of time and cash I spent trying to be here during this show, you'd maybe have a little sympathy for me.
We're gonna get you like a sat phone or something.
No, I'm gonna get him one of those. You know those big phones you see in Vietnam movies. Like he's like wrestling in for like an air tech for support. That's what I'm gonna get him.
Like on a backpack.
Yeah, backpack.
I mean, I know you live in deliverance country, but come on, even they got internet.
See, but not really. For the record, I'm 5 minutes from Ohio, 5 minutes from PA. It's not like I live in like.
you're in the Bermuda Triangle, man.
It's interesting that you say that.
He's
good to
maybe
be here
fired by
nevertheless.
authorities in those states, so he just stays in the middle.
You're gonna be
That's
like
a
one of
good
those.
point.
You're like one of those guys in Vietnam trying to call in a bomb strike.
Yeah. No, he's gonna be a World War II guy where he's like cranking the crank. You know, Bravo, Charlie, Delta.
So real quick, I want to let everybody know to make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure to check out all the shows on the schedule this week.
Shout out to Peter Renna for making the graphic, doing it up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
You guys remember when we were the coolest kids on the block? Look at this list.
It's crazy, man. I'm loving it. So make sure you guys are checking out all the content and subscribing and liking and all that fun stuff.
Speaking of content, you need to check out Saturday night's interview Nico did with Jimmy Pomati. That was epic.
Yeah, for the record, if you fast forward all the way through my interview, then the first 10 minutes of the introduction, okay, where they all get to know one another, and you start there, you'll hear all the best stuff. Jimmy opens up in a way that was just amazing and starts talking about his childhood. And I don't want to spoil a word of it. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the best part about these interviews, brother, is having the ability to talk to creators in that type of way is freaking sweet. It's awesome. Great job. And make sure you guys check it out.
Yeah.
Thanks,
epic.
guys.
All right. Pickups. Paul, what do you got, brother? He's muted and he doesn't even know.
He doesn't care.
Hello. So I have two books. Let me start over.
Hi.
I was just gonna remove him.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man. It's ruthless around here. Man.
It's like those prank phone call guys, remember? Like they would call like the radio stations and have somebody like, hey, you're on the radio. I'm on the radio, and you just hang up the phone on people like when you guys are just idiots.
So one book I messaged my buddy and who told me about it, and I didn't hear back, so I don't feel right showing it yet. So sorry. It is a Star Wars book, and my other book is a Star Wars book. These are for Nico.
I got some too.
I don't know why I bought this book because I can't remember, but it's Star Wars Jedi Yoda one shot.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
There might be something hiding inside, a first appearance wise, but if there's not, it's just a cool cover. So I'll put a little Yoda in the collection.
You gonna grade that bad boy?
You know, I was looking at it before the show. It doesn't look too bad just to have another cool Star Wars book in the roster. And now, you know, I don't want anyone to ever accuse me of being the laziest guy in the room, but I don't want anyone to ever say I can't compete.
Oh boy.
Bought this device.
Oh boy.
Look at this. Look at this. Bluetooth headphones in bed at night. I can read comics. I can watch movies and landscape.
You can watch. You can watch porn. It's all good, man.
Porn.
So
I can be on the bottom. My wife's on top.
So
magnetic.
So first of all,
so I don't have to worry about any plastic pieces breaking.
So first of all, I've seen this before. Some guy was eating his fucking lunch at Subway with this thing on.
Of course, it's beautiful. I could pick my nose. I could bite my nails. I could text.
Is it Paul?
Smack the kids. My wife came home and I showed this to her. My kid is very jealous. My daughter. And
where that bad boy run you? That's the real question people are asking.
It was like $18.
Okay. After the cervical myelopathy sets in, I want the case. Okay.
My wife goes, she works in a long-term care facility. She goes, I have a resident named Paul who has that same thing. he uses his good hand. She tried. My daughter wants one for her birthday, and she tried to talk her out of it. But that's all I got.
Hey, Paul, tell your wife thank you for the job she does, because that's the toughest place in this world to be right now.
That's the most amazing thing ever.
What's so funny about that is my buddy who stays with me. He's going to school. He's getting his degree, and he's got this fucking Zoom meeting shit that he's got to do, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, I got to be, in class for 3 hours. I'm like, dude, you're at home. Just get up and walk away and take a stretch. He's like, you have to have your face in front of the camera at all times. Jesus. He just needs to get one of those.
Yeah, he does.
And then he can walk around wherever the fuck he wants to go.
Take that to the crapper.
Yeah.
Legend status. For real.
Deno, you got anything?
I got something. It's huge. It's in the box. This is like action figure worthy.
Mint in box?
It's a little rough, but it's got some things on it.
I mean, that's gonna get you through some rough times. Beautiful. I'm not gonna lie.
Dino's got to get some keto going before he squeezes into that bad boy.
No shit, dude. I need to get back on it, dude. See, this isn't helping anymore. I'm fucking fat now. It's terrible.
Sympathy weight.
I got a card in the mail, but it hasn't came yet. So that's it for me. I was telling the boys, I got some, some money stashed away. I want to buy something, but I don't know what to buy yet. Maybe that's a segment for after this.
More diapers.
Let's just ask the audience. What should Deno buy? Throw it in the comments.
Yeah, card, comic, really anything else. But the thing is, a lot of people we'll talk about this. I hate to interrupt pickups. A lot of people are saving money because they're staying home. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not saving money. My wife made me build a freaking deck in the backyard and fix the screened-in porch. And
did you get a second deck?
Yeah,
you put a second deck on there.
Upper deck. I'm gonna go home and caulk it soon.
So one of the Tigers guys, he goes, yeah, that went up to the second deck. It's like, what? What?
Oh,
second deck?
No, our freaking screened-in porch was like sinking into the world because they didn't actually support it at all. So he's been putting post-it and all that shit, and then rebuilt the deck, and it's been a lot
of baby stuff going on here. We got new stroller, dude. I am the connoisseur of. I thought about making a company of buying used marketplace baby items because I got the Graco travel system. Z, you know about that? Like it's a travel system.
Oh yeah,
$50 on marketplace. They gave me 2 bases, the stroller, and my car seat for like $50, man.
You know where the money's at, Deno?
What's that?
The side-by-side strollers, man. Those things, the resale value is through the roof. Honda my ass. Side-by-side strollers sell almost new prices used.
Hey, if you want to check out my eBay listings, I'm going to have side-by-side strollers up there. You don't worry about that. I'll have them all in my garage. Fuck it.
Oh, my God. We have just turned this into dick jokes. All dick jokes.
All right, I'll change it. I got a lot of pickups.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
So we'll start with some comics. I got some comics. This is a shout out to my boys, an absolute geek, Kyle Kyle wanted to go buy.
Thanks for them hopping off the top 10 this week and helping.
Okay, yeah, hell yeah, thanks guys. Make sure you guys give them a sub. But my boy, my co-host and really good friend Kyle decided he wanted to get a Volkswagen Fastback, 1970 Volkswagen Fastback, and so he's selling some of his comics. So I said, hey, I'll help you out. So I bought this.
Bang.
Ooh.
Bam.
What's the grade on that? I can't see it.
6.0.
Nice.
That presents really well.
Yeah, it does.
And he doesn't think it's ever been pressed. There is a little bit of like writing on it. Let's see if you guys can see that. See that?
I'll be able to upgrade that bad boy.
Pen or pencil?
So, what's that?
The writing.
It looks like pencil.
It's
Maybe
pen.
lead. Oh, pen.
I think it's pen. But it's really nice, and I think it's going to be PC anyways. I told him I'm keeping it. But I am going to flip these.
And that book kind of been down, man. You know when that book was like sky high, and then it just kind of.
I think this is a great book to pick up still, because people forget it's got 2 first appearances in it. You know,
Yeah,
like
and
this used to be only when people saw this book, they would say, "Oh, first appearance of Drax." Now they say, "Oh, first appearance of Thanos," because they don't care about Drax. They used to care about Drax and not Thanos. So,
well, the interesting thing about that book is it's relevant to the younger generation, where some of these books are not.
yeah. So these were also from Kyle. He did the Hot 10 with us, and he saw that one of the books he was selling was in the Hot 10. So he's like, "Hey, if you want this, I'll throw this in there." Ultimate Fallout 4 second printing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Somebody just asked about that book. It's just let them know it's on my agenda later. I've got some thoughts.
Yeah.
On that.
Yeah, that's coming. All right. So then I got Batman Beyond, the second set, 1 through 6.
Nice.
And then I got Batman Beyond, the first set. Where is the ink? The ink one is right there. And 2 of number 1s.
Bang, bang.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
So big shout out. Thanks, Kyle. Hopefully that Volkswagen's running now. He did find one. He got lucky. He found one, and now he's just got to spend the next couple of years of his life wasting away working on that thing.
Wouldn't that be crazy if you're to slowly or to even quickly shift your mindset where you just found something else that you loved so much you were just like, my comics are liquid now?
That happens, brother. I was going through some shit, and I found these, and I just wanted to show them. So I found a bunch of Star Wars trades. Right. And I don't know.
Those trades are tough, some of them. If you got the old Dark Horse ones.
Oh, just wait, brother. Just wait.
Holy crap.
All right. So the crazy thing is like I got them all.
I love it.
Damn.
Like Boba Fett stuff.
Where were
Oh,
these?
wow.
These were hiding in a tub upstairs. So Kyle and some other buddies came over to check some comics, and I was going through all my books, and these are what I found. Both Crimson Empire books, the Darth Maul stuff, the General Grievous stuff. But here's
Darth Maul book is pricey.
dude, it's got all the Empire books,
Wow.
volumes 1 through whatever, right? All of them. And then it's got every Star Wars Tales.
Wow.
I've got the whole volume, man. The whole
Wow.
volume.
Is this all going towards the Gretzky quest?
These are going towards my freaking paying bills now, brother. Every single Clone Wars one.
Wow.
Jeez.
All right, so
Did you
That's
totally
the comic.
forgot you had these?
yeah, I had no fucking clue. I mean, I thought I had a couple of like Star Wars trades upstairs, like the Darth Maul stuff, but I didn't even have the Darth Maul stuff. I had all that other shit. So, okay, so that's the comic stuff. Now let me jump into the card stuff. So I was telling the guys, I bought 2 of these. These are the Prism Football with Kyler Murray, Josh Jacobs, all those rookies. And these are the jumbo boxes, the hobby jumbos, which has 3 autographs, 9 numbered prisms, like prisms you can't get in other boxes. And so I bought 2 of them because I was going to break them both. I'm still going to break this one on the Clutch Collectibles Discord server. So be ready for that. But I opened one, and I just want to show.
You have a problem. Impulse control.
I have a problem. It's called this and that sitting in my house at the same time. All right. So I got these are out of 250. And there's nobody real big. Whoa. Dion Lewis out of 250. But here's the cool ones. Jalen Hurd rookie out of 199. That's a freaking badass prism right there. Jalen Hurd. Derrick Henry. This is a sweet looking card just because of how cool the colors look on the prism out of 175.
Yeah.
Very cool. Tyree Jackson. I got 2 prisms of him. One out of 149. One out of 75. Rookies.
Nice.
Look at this one. You gotta love getting a fucking kicker as your prism. So then I got my first auto, some no-name cornerback for the Giants. I got a Reggie Wayne auto prism.
Can't complain there.
And then I got a numbered to 5. I think these are like gold vinyl. Debo Samuel rookie. Yeah.
5.
Yeah, what that is, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's that stuff. And then last but not least, homie Solo Wookie stopped by.
Nice.
Fucking Solo Wookie.
He lives that close?
He does. He lives about an hour away.
Damn. He's in every YouTube show I'm either guesting on or watch. He's there. So
yeah,
he's
Solo.
He's a really cool dude. Big shout out to Solo Wookie. You can see him every once in a while. He'll jump on to Absolute with us. Nice. He's a really smart, cool cat. He stopped by to look at some of the comics, and he brought over a box of Harry Potter books. Every single Harry Potter book, American edition. Are
they first edition?
They're all first edition.
That's big money.
I thought it was too. I already broke his heart, so I'll break everybody else's heart. But so he brought over every first edition, American edition, even number 1, the first one that has the wrong spelling. I don't want to fuck this up, man.
Yeah.
The wrong spelling on the inside. It's spelled sorcerer instead of sorcerer.
Huh.
So they
I didn't even know that was an error variant.
Yeah. So anyways, I got all the books here. And I told him I'd be interested in checking that shit out. So he stopped by, and the problem with those books is you think like they go in these things. What up, brother? They go in these things, and that's my homie that's got the Paul special, and they kind of come and go in prices. The
Absolutely.
British editions are where all the money is. I've seen sold. I saw a sold sale of every American first edition. You know how much you think it went for?
$85.
Close, $113.
Really?
Yeah.
But how much was it retail? 14? 25?
I don't care, dude. The British editions go for thousands.
Yeah. I mean, I get it though. I get it.
Well, because the American edition was probably a huge print run.
Yeah. But he's got the air, so maybe that air might be something cool. But I love stuff like that. I love
what, for $120, I would buy my kids that first edition American run for that. So
be on the lookout. If you guys want those, you can get them cheap. So pretty cool.
There's a couple error editions out there. I was my mom is from Denmark. So we were in Denmark at the time that Goblet of Fire came out. And it was the day we were leaving, and there was a bookstore in the subway or something that had them in a box, but don't open till tomorrow. And my mom went in and sweet talked the bookstore into selling us one copy of Goblet of Fire, foreign, Danish, whatever, European edition, and forgot to read it on the plane back. And that had an error in it. But yeah, that was awesome.
Well, let me.
Are you talking error edition foreign books? You're getting my interest here.
So the error in the book is go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
I just want to show this while you're talking, Paul. So because there's a lot of talk in the chat about what printing it is, let me show you guys the inside first page, and I think that's kind of like the
One day
books.
Solo, he's saying one day 60, next day 2K. Yeah, man, that does look strange. More strange than what I'm used to. Usually it goes like 1 to 13 or something in order.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, anyways, you guys can pause it if you guys really want to see what it's what it is. So,
my understanding that any book, U.S. version, the lowest number is the printing. So if it's 04, 05, 06, etc., 04, it's the fourth printing. If it's 01 through 13, it's the first printing. But I don't know. Just the lowest number is the printing it is, and that's my understanding. But again, it's me.
Yeah, we talked about this with my fight club.
Yeah,
and we went through. I spent a lot of time trying to understand books because it was so confusing. Like, how are comics and books so different in the world? In your head, you're like, these should be close cousins. They're all paper.
We need to find somebody that's an expert in that and fucking interview them.
Right. So the Goblet of Fire error is like a printing error, where if you read it, it doesn't make sense who's talking. It's Hagrid and Dumbledore or somebody. But anyway, that's the error for that book. But yeah, I thought that was cool Harry Potter story at the time.
Very cool.
Released.
All right, Z, you up?
Just steal Brian's thunder. Sorry, buddy.
No, you're good.
I don't. Second week in a row, all my books are in transit. And all my shit's in transit. The only pickup I have is a handle of bourbon. So,
man.
Giving that a good home tonight.
Nico,
I finally have books. I went digging, so I left a lot of them behind. But I grabbed one of these for $7.
Nice.
$7. I was pretty happy about that. 3 1/4.
Ooh, boy.
Pause that so I can see where that sticker's from. Just kidding.
Well, you would have to go to Deliverance Country.
Nope. This is Pittsburgh, PA, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. A whopping $8.
Wow. That was a hot
burn when
I grabbed 2 of those for $8.
Wow.
I grabbed
$60.
not 1, not 2, but 3's a newsstand. That
Nice.
one.
Does
And
it burn
then,
when you touch Star Wars books, Nico?
Yeah, a little bit. Then I got 1, 2 of those, and one of these guys.
Nice.
All right, and then I got 2 books in the mail. I'm hot on these. Do you know how cheap these things are right now?
Yes,
It's bananas.
I've been looking at those, bro.
What's that about?
That's the first. Go ahead.
Tell them all about it. Dead at 17.
Yep, first edit 17.
Yeah, it's issue number 0. Josh Howard's classic was at one point in time going to be a movie with Mila Kunis. 1,700 copies. It never got made.
Pretty book.
It's an awesome book. It was like the precursor to Hack and Slash at DDP. There's a lot of cool, like super rare Dead at 17 books. At least, well, I shouldn't say a lot. There's at least 2. There was like the Kickstarter one that made one of Ben's ghost hunting videos that I've never seen. And then there's like a mini comic that there's only 20 of. I posted that on our IG. I've never seen one of those either. All right. And then the last.
He said Ben's ghost hunting videos. I think there's only 1 video.
All right. Well, whatever. It was a good video, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Made me happy on the inside. Really happy. Bam!
Oh,
So that's what I got.
Wow.
Broke his
Yeah.
third cherry.
Well, wait a second. Wait a
Hold
second.
on. Boom. Oh, Jesus. Lord have mercy. It's purple. What? So, yeah.
That's okay. On that book, we will fucking take it. When we have discussed what book would you take a purple label, that is on the fucking list.
Yeah, this was on my list.
Wow.
So I got really lucky. I was able to grab that from a guy for $2,000 less than he paid for it in a recorded GPA sale. And
that's a loss on hit. Wow.
Yeah.
There were three books on my list that I would take and restored, and 1 I own and 2 you guys own. Not that yours is restored, Brian, but fuck, those are my part of my list.
Oh, that's funny that you say that. That might be my PCH list of books I'd take restored, but there's some other books I'd take restored that aren't PCH, but yeah, just a handful.
You know, I was talking with Solo Wookie about the early Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. You know how they did, isn't the first appearance of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Gobbledygook #1? Yeah. And then they did a Gobbledygook reprint, didn't they? Of #1?
Yeah.
It's not, it may or may not be Gobbledygook. I'll be back to discuss.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, tell them P-Dubs. That's a very complicated issue, but
well, the reason I'm talking about, I don't mean like because I know that you see them in previews of like I've been searching for. I don't know if I want to talk about it. I know P-Dub is going to talk about it. And it's going to make me mad because I've been searching for him for a decent price. But was the original Gobbledygook different than the reprint that they put out a couple of years later that was color, that had the color? You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Gary wins the fucking night.
All right, so I just might have went down a fucking rabbit hole then.
Paul did the best article ever about this stuff.
Did I?
I know, and he's going to talk about it to make the price.
We need you to get the shaking off and do the Will Ferrell here.
I don't know what article you're talking about.
Oh shit, we got the old P-Dub, not the new P-Dub.
God damn it.
I'll find it.
I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
All right, so yeah,
that's right.
So you're gonna have to just go into this, and then Paul will snap into shape at some point when he remembers he wrote it.
Yeah. Let's talk about Nico. Let's talk about your write-up this week, because there is some very interesting stuff.
All right.
All right. Let me share screen. You got it, Paul?
I got it, but I have to edit it.
All right. We're gonna go over this stuff then real quick here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Market report.
We'll come back to
market report, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
The max. So talk about, because there's different colors of this one, right? There's
all right. Here we go. You ready? There are 4 colors. There are reasonably believed to be 52 black ash cans, 500 yellow ash cans, 1,500 red ash cans, and 4,000 blue ash cans. Remember, they'll all get you a green label because they're all hand signed and numbered.
I think I've only seen the blue and maybe a red. Wow.
Yeah. So
that's a lot.
The GPA data is a little bizarre. I just stopped looking at it.
Post Primer 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Primer 5 is the first appearance, but this is a...
But it's a totally different character in Primer 5.
Yes.
I mean, it's similar to what... I mean, you could tell he was creating the character as he was going, at that point. The character is the Max, but it's not...
I wouldn't throw either out of bed if I can acquire them.
Of course not. This is... I forget... I think I was talking about ash cans recently on Absolute Geek, or it might have been here, and this is one of the ash cans that I remember in my head, even as a kid, knowing this was worth a lot.
These things won, right? Like they won the ash can debate, which most of the time, ash cans are like the redheaded stepchild of number ones, and this one won. It won the Max issue. Yep. Like what's the number one top Max book? It's these ash cans. They just came out of nowhere. A handful of them. I don't know if the auctions were strategic or if the market just sort of like embraced them, but it's just one result higher than the next.
They're tough books, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys seen any like after 1990 whatever in person? I remember seeing them when I was a little kid.
I've never seen one on a wall. I only see them occasionally like online auctions, like MCS or like Comic Link or something. One pops up.
They go in collections. Collections gobble them up.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people love the Max, man. Remember it was on MTV even and shit like that. All right, on to the next one. Wow.
What was the I'm sorry, man. What was the Batman series that was color covered like that? but they were regular size covers. They were all the same.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
No, Legend of the Dark Knight.
Yeah, Legend of the Dark Knight.
And that set is worth $6 for 4 books.
Yeah, I remember I was at IndieCon and some kid was like, I need a book that's worth a lot or something. And then he came to return it. You guys remember? Yeah. Remember that? Yeah. All right, I'm stealing Nico's thunder. Sorry, go ahead.
It's amazing. All right, Marvel Spotlight number 5. There are a total of 2,979 blue labels on the census. The last 9/8 sold in October of 2016 for $48,500. There are 3 9/8s on the census.
That's 100K might be a low number on that book. Right?
So there's 34 9/6s. In April, a 9/6 sold for $16,500.
I gotta be in.
There are 83 blue label 9/4s. In November of 2019 was the last time that a 9/4 sold. That was a little more than $5,000. There's about 159 2s. April of this year, one sold for $3,875. 217 9/0s. May of 2020, it almost broke 3K. Now, this is what's real interesting. The 2018 average price for a 9/0 was a little more than $1,500. So it's got a 90-day average of $3,000. It's doubled in price in less than 2 years.
A 9/0 has been the break for a bit, though. Like, because it had been 1,500 in 8.5-ish to 3,000 in 9/0.
This is a segue to a different topic. 2021. Let's just scrap 2020. 2021. Cons return to normal. I don't care about masks or whatever. How do you think books on the walls are going to look price wise, based on what the heck is going on right now? Low, high, even. Everything's going to people are going to skip 2020 and price it at 2019. Like, any predictions?
We don't have no idea. We really, there's nothing we can, like, I couldn't tell you either way. It's a fucking 50-50 shot.
But all these books are selling low, right? Am I?
Some are selling low. Some are selling
not at all
Rain
high.
in the Trees. What book are you talking about? The Max or the Ghost Rider? Because either way, I'm jealous. Holy shit.
Yeah, you ready for the 8.5s? They're up. The 90-day average, $1,600. This sale, up $300. The 2018 average, little more than $1,000.
Oh, yeah, it's been going.
And I wonder what the price, because this is.
You talked me out of selling at 14 a couple months ago, I remember.
Yeah, and here's the thing about this book, guys. The reason I like it, and I should keep my fucking mouth shut, we might get 250 viewers, but they all have like a wad of cash in their pocket. Drives me nuts.
I know.
Right?
Because I really want this fucking book.
Yeah, well, and I should keep my mouth shut. I don't have one. Word on the street is Keanu Reeves. That's what they're talking to him about. That's what he's kind of interested in. He's a motorcycle enthusiast. He bought his stunt doubles, Harley Davidsons, for
John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick 3 or 2 or whatever, 3, I think. It's a tough black cover. I'd like to have one. I don't know. You guys have heard the numbers, what the sweet spot is for the buy-in. Frankly, there hasn't been a sale of a 9.4 since November. Sounds like that's the book everybody probably wants.
You buy the highest one you can find.
I saw a 9.6. I saw a
Yeah.
9.6 in Baltimore like 3 years ago, and I think one of our guys wanted to buy it, but he wanted like $2,300. And
I think it was a 9.4, but yes.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
He should have bought it.
He should have.
Wow.
It had doubled his money.
That's unbelievable.
And this is pre-eBay fee.
This one's
blows me away.
Can we go back to the Keanu thing?
Yeah.
Is Keanu a Johnny Blaze or is he Danny Ketch?
Who knows? It's got to be Johnny Blaze, right?
No, I think it's well, it could be Robbie Reyes. Robbie Reyes.
No,
Robbie Reyes is the car guy.
I can almost see him doing Catch, man. I mean, that strikes me as a little Keanu.
Okay, so if it's Danny Ketch, is the book to buy the #1 second print?
Yes.
No, it's still this book.
It's always this book. This book's a good book to buy no matter what if the movie comes out.
I have one of those
I
books.
Danny Ketch books.
Rider he plays, this is the book.
I'm sad I sold my book.
I was going to ask you that, Dino.
I kind of regret it, but I mean, you can't cry over spilled milk.
You crack me the fuck up. Oh, God.
Alrighty. ASM 101, first appearance of Morbius, as everybody who's watching is well aware, or else they inadvertently stumbled into this podcast, and we're glad you're here too. Yeah, so there's 3,157 blue labels, 33 9/8s,
Wow.
225 9/0s,
33 9/8s?
33 9/8s. Yeah.
Damn.
225 9/0s, a little more than 159 2s, 115 9/4s, a mere 75 9/6s. GPA data as follows. In November of 2019, a 9/8 sold for $7,235. The Dawn and Maggie Thompson pedigree 9/8 sold for $9K in January of 2018. By April of 2020, 9/6s were pushing $5,200. By May of 2020, a 9/4 has had an average price of $2,678. Looks like this may have been the only sale. Yeah. A 9/2 in May moved for $1,675. It's interesting, guys. I don't know whether or not the Sony universe pushes this book. There's certainly not a lot of eyes on it right now. There's a long delay. Morbius was a character that when I was a kid, I thought he was really cool. As I've gotten older, I've just been like, meh. Thoughts?
This is a book that scares me.
I would have got out. That's me.
This book scares me because Sony's a shit show, and
it's hit or miss, man. And it's
I just don't see it having legs.
And it's Jared Leto, man. I mean, it's hit or miss.
I was just about to say that Jared Leto is such a polarizing figure right now. If
it's a vampire movie, man.
If he does a good job and it's a good movie, which is a very small if because he's been Snake Eyes lately, it could fucking be huge.
No, but it to be Dallas Buyers Club, not Suicide Squad, Jared Leto.
Yeah.
No, but here's the question: who's buying this book for Morbius? I mean, who's coming in that's not a comic fan and be like, "Oh, I need that." There's so many vampire books. There's so many vampire stories. There's so many vampire things. It worries the piss out of me. This is a scary book to me.
And what if the Leto movie is just a one-off tie-in? What if he's done at the end of that movie and the purpose of that movie is to springboard Spider-Man into the next whatever?
Yeah, we don't have a graphic for this, but the Tomb of Dracula won the first Marvel appearance of Dracula. A 9/8 sold for about the same price as this 9/4.
Like, I guess, I mean, if you're going to spend, over $2,500 on a book, you have to really think, is it a character that's going to last more than 2 movies?
You ready, Z? You ready, Z? One word, Aquaman. I mean, it's the same thing. Aquaman was hot before it got, and then it just fucking.
Listen, I feel better about Aquaman making a repeat because Aquaman's got fucking Momoa. My wife talks about Momoa. Nobody's going to talk about Jared Leto. My wife thinks about Momoa.
Honey, I got you this trident for Christmas. Why?
Dude, I am.
In your hand, John. You don't got anything for me.
This book
John
is
hanging from the chandelier.
Aquaman was a shit show but I would still buy that over this.
I couldn't finish that movie. We talked about that before.
The sequel?
Aquaman.
It's horrible. I went and watched it with a friend who loved it, and I was like, this is the fucking hottest, steaming trash fire I've ever seen in my entire life.
Sequel to what?
Rain in the Trees.
The
Sony's a
Aquaman
shit
movie.
show,
There's no
but
sequel to
Spider-Man is
Aquaman.
not its product. Morbius is not. I mean, Morbius could easily be the fucking Strain or fucking
There
a
was
thousand other vampire movies that go to shit.
I think it's good if you have it. If you have that book, sell it now. If the prices are more than what you paid for it, put that money in an envelope, write ASM on it, 101 on it, and then when the prices tank, buy your book back, and with the difference, go take your wife or whatever to a nice dinner, something. I don't know.
Don't buy that book right now.
No.
Sell it
Paul's
right
back
now.
on point. My man.
This is a book that I'm super excited to see on here. This book, I wish I could find this book.
Never seen it.
Talk to
Nico.
us, beat up.
When is this
I don't
book
know.
from?
No idea.
Oh.
I was tagged in a post, and
Yeah, so it's a exclusive. I have no idea what the actual price was. I assume it was this $500 mark, where it was like best offer accepted.
I wonder if this was on his website.
That's a bid, though. That's a bid. So it was probably a buy it now bid thing at 500.
Yeah, that's sort of what I assume, right? Does that count as best offer? I don't really know, but anyway, it's super cool.
I've never seen it. I wouldn't pay $500 for it, but I think it's a cool. I caught my eye because I'd never seen it. I know there was a lot of variants for number 100, but I don't know. Good book, good sale. There was another turtle book I was telling the guys I think about off air. I can't find the post. When I do, I'll put it on the Flipside Instagram. It was a 2003, 2000 something Toys R Us Ashcan turtle book, Toys R Us exclusive for Foxbox or something. So Loki said he almost sent this to me. What? Let's just sell it.
I think he almost sold you the link.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oops.
Maybe he meant the book, and he's probably like, "Thank God I didn't."
Was it a best now offer? What was it?
I think it's a buy it now bid.
That's a fucking cool book, man.
But
Yeah, it's
how
like
many
that.
are there? What is
Well,
it
it's like
about?
that. It's like that Star Wars book that they gave out, or the Walking Dead book that you had to buy a car to get. You know,
Yeah.
these, like super exclusive variants that people who have way more money than I do are hip to, and they don't really care, and they want it. And you know,
I would
There's
just
a
like to
lot of
know-
these in Turtles books, though. There's a lot of books like this.
I would just like to know where it came from. Like, how would you have gotten this at the time?
oh, it's an employee exclusive. It was an
There you go.
employee appreciation book.
Of IDW or Eastman? Got to be IDW.
Oh, right in the trees, man. I don't know who you are. You're on the point, man.
Either way, good book, good sale, cool cover, and not much else to say. When I find that Toys R Us,
Maybe a few more will pop out of the woodwork.
Alrighty.
All right, this is for Deno. I'll be right back.
Yeah, the book that I tell everybody don't fucking buy it, and we're gonna see if it's the next AF-15 and I'm a moron. And the only reason I say that is I give the advice I need to hear, and I want one too. So there's 3,441 blue labels, a third of which
That's not bad.
are under 4.0. The 4.5 average price, the 90-day average price is almost $7,000. In May of this year, there was a $6,600 copy. That's up from $5,000 in 2018. But that's where you're getting your big growth. When you go to like 4.0, it's $4,859 being your last sale in May of this year. That's down from the 90-day average of $5,800. 3.0 last sale $4,050 May of this year. 90-day average $4,000, up from the 2018 average sale price, which was less than $3,500. 2.0 universals, $3,500. Last sale, $3,550. 90-day average, $3,315, up from the 2018 average of $2,885. By the time you get to a 1.0, there's one sale, and it was in May, and it was $1,000. The 12-month average was $2,135 for a 1.0. The 2019 average, $2,538. In 2018, the average was $1,900. So
I think when you get down to these low grades,
explain that. I was going to.
There's a huge factor in presentation.
Yeah, very important.
A 1.0 can present a lot of ways. Same with the 2.0. Like a 1.0 or 2.0 can have big chunks missing.
And I didn't even talk about the 0.5 because you can get a 0.5 that's missing like one page that presents like a 6.0 and it'll bring the price of like a 3.5. But just to kind of give people a flavor of like where there's a lot of opportunity and how and for that kind of point. That's sort of why I threw the 1.0 on there.
Yeah, at the bottom grades, you got to go a little bit of eye appeal.
Yeah, a lot of eye appeal, I think. Right?
Yeah, because that's a nice look at 2 in this picture.
Ooh, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I'd much rather have a 2.0 that looked like that with a weird ass stain on the back that I never get to see.
Exactly. Look great on my wall. So,
Deno,
Yes,
thoughts?
sir. Yes, sir.
Thoughts?
No, I mean, we were talking about it earlier. I saw I wish I would pull it up. They had a 1.0. I'll even show it to you because that's how crazy I am. Let me share my screen real quick. So look at this bad boy. This guy wanted $2,650 for this piece of shit.
I look forward to this piece of shit.
He said it. I just thought it. Yeah. Hard pass, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about like $2,650. I mean, I was like, X-Men 1's a lot of people are trying to do, grails out here. And I mean, that's a big grail for a lot of people. But I mean, it looks like it's and here, let's blow it up. Cover detached, large amount of tape on interior cover and interior. So, I mean, you're not, and it doesn't look that great.
I don't know, man. Low grade silver is an interesting place. I got out of it. If you can get out of it, it's a market that scares me right now. We're in a financial, I don't want to say crisis, but we're borderline a crisis. Things could go either way. There's a lot of people probably holding low grade silver that could unleash it to pay these basic expenses. And then you've got just a lot of it flooding that market, and it doesn't take much to flood that market there.
We talked about it, 2-3 weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago. I don't even know. But almost 2 months ago, right? When the COVID nightmare started to percolate, you and I were like, the last place I'd like to be right now is holding a bunch of Silver Age keys.
Big books, man. Yeah.
So the higher you get, the safer I feel. But
absolutely.
There are a lot of people in their 50s to, let's say, 70s, probably old, but 60, 65, holding these books. If they're not original owner, they're people that have collected them way before we got into this and got them at a really, really good price.
Yep.
And
if you're on the retirement fringe,
market.
Yeah, if you're on the retirement fringe and you're counting on your 401k, your 401k took a dip, man. It's like you need some funds, and I can see a lot of these books,
Well, there's over 3,500 copies that were slabbed, right? Total.
So
doesn't take a lot.
Out there.
Oh no, people love raw Silver Age. I mean, that's a thing.
So do you guys think that right now is a buyer's market or a seller's market? Because I think that dictates what 2020 is going to be. Neither. It's just this weird gray area.
So it's a buyer's market for shit like this that never comes to auction. You know what I mean?
And it's a buyer's market there's places to make money out here in short sales.
Okay, so here's what I'm getting at then. So now,
go ahead.
So now is a buyer's market if you know what you're doing, which isn't me, but if you know what you're doing, maybe like Nico and people who know what is being listed that has never been listed before and the prices that they should sell for, now is potentially a buyer's market when 2021 rolls around and all this stuff hopefully blows over and stuff returns to normal. And hopefully people who were like, oh, sorry, we can't go to dinner, so we're just going to put that money in the bank, and then things return to normal, and they have this money that they're like, oh, yeah, whatever, the wave has passed, we're all normal. Then that's going to be a seller's market. Maybe not in the beginning of 2021, but maybe at the end of con season. I think the beginning of con season next year is going to be everyone's testing the waters. The end of con season, it's going to be a mix of things are back to normal, and I'll just buy it. Because con season is ending. I'm not going to see it again until next year, and I'm just going to buy it. So here's the price. That's what I think.
You could have a lot of irrational people right now.
Exactly.
With loose money. That's the problem. It's loose money that people like, oh, I got $1,000, $2,000, and I'm still working, and I have a lot of loose money laying around, and like I can gamble and pay a high price, and I don't care because it's, I hate to say technically free money, even though it's not free money, but
I keep putting this up there for Solo Wookie because I listen. I am very critical of the silver market because it's a weird market. There are always a lot of buyers for silver. There always are going to be a lot of buyers for silver because we all fucking love it. The issue I have is even before COVID, December, November, even January this year, the big dogs were down. AF-15 was down a bit because it had rose so high so fast. Hulk 1 was not quite down, but a lot of the big boys were down a little bit because they had just went so high so fast.
FF48, FF1 was up. It just keeps going crazy, but it's interesting, dude. It's so interesting.
I am not saying you won't make money buying. To me, it could go. I could look at it and you could tell me they're going to go up 50% or they're going to go down 20%, and I could flip a coin and go either way.
Who's going to kill it right now? It's like people like Walker who like troll eBay, who know what to look for and stuff like that. It's like people like that, like people like, and like you said, people who troll eBay and look for stuff like what Walker looks for, and like,
I think and this sounds going to sound dumb coming from me as financial advice, of course, but just stay within your means. Even if you're working and you get a $1,200 stimulus check, maybe just put half,
stash it away.
Put half in an envelope and put it in your safe, and then just maybe dick around with the rest if you're whatever. But I think if you just $1,200 from it's from grandma, I'll just spend it because it's Christmas money I didn't have anyway. Like just being smart, no matter what you think the market is, what it's going to do next year, just maybe go half in. And that way, if you have to beat yourself up about it, you're not beating yourself up too hard. Either way, man, I should have put it all in. Or, man, I only put half. You know what I mean? But anyway, I love this Sports Almanac book. I think all of us freaking want this book. I can just see it shimmering on the screen of a TV right now as this movie plays. Beautiful.
So wait, is this from that IDW
the 2015 series? I don't know if it was a store variant or what. Let me tell you more. So the Z box edition, there are 15 blue labels on the census, 7 9/8, 1 recorded GPA sale. This one in 9/8 condition. A 9/6 signature series by Brent Schoonover.
Yep.
I don't even know who that is. Good. July of 2016.
Is that Biff?
Brent
Is that Biff? Is that Biff?
No, that's not Biff.
No.
Who is Brent Schoonover?
Isn't he like a creator?
Yeah.
Is he the creator?
All right, well, whatever. In 2016, July of 2016, a 9/6 signed by him sold for a measly $80.
He's an
November of
illustrator.
2019, a 9.4 Universal sold for 111.
He's an illustrator and comic artist.
Yeah.
Not an actor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's the creator.
Sorry, buddy, but if I'm gonna get this book yellow labeled, it's gonna be signed by a McFly
Michael J. Fox
or somebody. from the
Christopher
movie.
Lloyd.
Yeah. Sorry, that's just me.
I would take a bit.
Well, there's a Christopher Lloyd copy that's on eBay right now. Yeah, there's a Christopher Lloyd copy that's on eBay now, and it's an international eBay listing. What the guy did that was super cool is he had Beckett slab it, and they verified through their signature verification program the signature. So I think that's super cool.
I would love that with a red label. I'm on board with that. Rivets, I'd take rivets. I'd take a red label rivets.
Not all actors really do signatures, but I do remember Fox and Lloyd and some of those guys were actually actively signing when these books came out.
But I get it. A creator, an artist, I get the draw. I'm just saying for a a lowbrow, Neanderthal like myself, it would have to be an actor whose name I could pull out of my short-term memory, I guess.
Yeah,
I do like
that one right there.
I do like the idea of a red label for this.
Crispin would never sign anything. That
It's
guy's
so
like
weird, dude.
And I'm one of those people who only.
I saw. He did. I saw Biff tape. I saw Biff. I saw Thomas Wilson at a comedy show, and he yelled at some people up front because they talked to the whole show. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Crispin Glover he was in one of the Halloween movies. He plays the same character.
He was in Charlie's Angels too, man.
He was in what? God dang it! Which Halloween movie was he in?
No.
Friday the 13th. Oh man, my buddy's gonna kill me.
Glover is creepy everywhere.
13th. He's a dancer. He's doing a little dance. Friday
The
13th,
final chapter in
the
1984.
final chapter. He plays
bro.
the same character. It's hilarious. I reviewed that with Bored and Annoyed on YouTube. Him and I are doing a Friday the 13th series, and it was hilarious to see him.
I tell you what, Biff Tannen, anytime I see him in anything, because he's like a cameo actor now, like he just does bit parts. But anytime you see him, you get a little happy. I literally saw him today. We were watching a Zoom with Tim Allen, the superhero movie, because my kids were like, I need something with some adventure. And he did a little cameo. I'm like, Biff!
What else
It makes me happy, man. He is a guy that lives on one character but has a job every day.
All right,
He leaves voicemails in Biff. He calls people stupid buttheads on your voicemails. It's hilarious.
Goddamn, Z, that's like me. Lives on one character but makes a living. It's hilarious. That's a Paul's problem thing. That's hilarious, man. Oh, that's a beautiful cover. That's a beautiful man.
God.
Yeah, so we got one lone Golden Age book. If you were thinking about dipping your toe into the Golden Age war market, you might just want to stick to flamethrower covers. They're kind of a no-brainer. People pay top dollar for them. There's 27 blue labels, a VF Plus, and 8.5 is the highest graded. GPA data is kind of scant. In May of this year, a 2.0 sold for $150.
And that's what you want to see when it comes to Golden Age books like that. The GPA is sparse.
Yeah, October of 2018, a 3.0 sold for $799.
Wow.
A 5.0 in March of 2019 sold for $900, and a 5.5 sold for $850 in January of 2018.
So remind me not to sell any more war covers because they're moving.
Are these hard to come by because people like moms threw them out, like kids went to college, like the typical storyline, or
no? It's because of what's on the cover. It's kind of risque.
But that's the reason. Like mom sees this, and you're off to school or college, and she throws it out because this is not appropriate.
I just think it's flexible, and do not underestimate. The military is a very strong comic base of readers still.
Yep.
Like they get sent comics when they're away. It's something to pass the time. They come back as a very strong reader base for generations.
Look at Tony's covers when he was doing articles on the war covers, man. I mean, there's a ton of them out there.
They drift back towards what they know, and then they drift back to this shit. And I do not fuck with war comics. You'll probably not lose money long term because it is a market that is not going to die.
Boom.
It's true. Brutality. Yeah, I was just gonna post that. Brutality sells. You're right.
That cover's alarming. That's all she wrote.
I mean,
are we gonna jump back to
time? I think war kind of took it.
Oh yeah. Well, this is one you guys please. Did this sell for super duper dirt cheap, or am I nuts?
Yes.
Can we steal this thing? Holy crap!
That's a very nice splash page.
It is.
From Plug for $800
for Marvel Spotlight number 6.
Is this really art, or is this like a proof that's listed in the listing and we fucked up? Like, it looks real.
It looks real. Yeah.
Like, this thing snuck under the goddamn radar if it was real.
Gorgeous, huh?
I'm good for turtles now. If we're gonna rewind 20 minutes.
Oh
no, we got it. Now we gotta go. Now
here we go. Here we go. Let's do it.
Let me know when I'm allowed to give my opinion.
So first of all, our local foreign comic guy has to update his list. That's why he's really pissed about
I agree. You got to re-record the show.
You need to leave the viewing thing right now because your father's going to say some words that are not appropriate.
Oh boy!
I'm in the chat, so I'm just telling him he's got to leave.
Oh boy!
I'm loving this.
This is great.
I'm getting trash from my kid. I appreciate it, but I'm just telling you, Dad's going to say some not nice words.
Good night, Nolan.
Yeah.
See you later, buddy.
Rewind and start from the beginning.
Okay, go ahead, Z. Knock it out, bro.
A group of online retailers are marketing this book. Patriotica is the title, right? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Which I have never heard of. I assume it's something like Zombie Trampe and Hardly Thin and all these kind of like scantily clad
Zenoscope-esque books.
Yes, but it's not Zenoscope, right?
Yeah,
this is
I know.
Some other tertiary event.
Yeah.
And I don't mind. There are a group of people that really enjoy that type of cover. But fucking Christ, don't take homages of some of the few fucking great art that's come out of the last 30 goddamn years, man.
Yes.
Don't fucking hijack a master work of like the variant that kind of set the market on fire and hijack it so you can sell it for $60 to fucking pervert with boobs out. Jesus goddamn Christ, it's annoying. It's fucking the low of the low.
The original of this cover is the earthquake that started the tsunami wave of what we're living in right now.
COVID-19?
No, what we were living in a few years ago. And
listen, I get frustrated by the variant stealing the original cover, the Mole variants, and somebody doing a virgin variant of NYX1.
Brain Trust do one or something like that.
There's other things. My God, to steal this for a titty cover, really? This is ridiculous.
I want to say I kind of like the one on the left, not for a cover, but for like a print or something. Like that's kind of cool. July 4th is coming up. The one on the right is dumb.
Well, I mean, you're just at this point we're selling art prints. Nobody's reading these books.
Yeah, but where's the mask? You need a mask on her. A couple masks on the titties. They totally missed that whole real estate for a COVID cover. It would have been perfect. And that's just me. They could have put a mask wherever else they would like to. But
I tell you what, if I'm Adam fucking Hughes, I would be suing the fuck out of these assholes. I rarely give a shit about anything happening on this market. Listen, if you make a great cover and you sell an exclusive through your shop, great. Pay an artist to create something new that people want to buy. Don't fucking do this. This is fucking disgraceful.
It's lazy.
It's lazy and disgraceful. God damn it. This is the cheapest fucking thing I've seen in a long time.
It's cheesy.
A cheesy is not appropriate. It is goddamn underhanded, fucking lazy.
Oh boy.
Original.
Oh boy.
For those.
Hey, remember that time you wanted to trade that in for a CGC 98? Okay, next.
I wouldn't mind too still, but
God damn it, man.
Oh boy. I've never seen Z fired up as much about this.
Does anyone in the chat feel like this is a great use of anybody's fucking time, money, or is fucking cheapening something great?
It looks so similar that I can't even tell it's an homage. You know what I mean?
No, I would back fucking Hughes in fucking suing these guys.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll hit him up on Instagram.
Oh, sorry. That's all I got. I don't
be the original.
It pisses me off so much.
Yeah.
If
How much are they selling for?
I have no problem with that. Be fucking creative. This is fucking trash.
Do we know how much they're selling for? What they're being sold for? What's the price?
I've seen one of them's like $60, and it's down from there. But I mean, come on.
I'm just tired of the shit of fucking store homage variants. Tired of them.
I don't have a problem with store variants, but do something with it.
Yeah, if they're done, you can do them. You can do them in a good way. This is just cheesy.
Pay a great artist to do a great cover, or pay a great artist to do a half-ass cover that's unique. Pay an artist that's hungry to do something outstanding. Let's not put tits on a fucking pinup cover. God damn.
Did they change nothing about the cover except it's an American flag bikini and then obviously no top to that bikini, right? That's what they
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
Super lazy.
Oh, so I rarely am pissed, but this side pissed.
All right.
Let Scenic Soap go. Fucking, at least they're doing original art for their fucking tits and ass. I don't even care about tits and ass. Enjoy.
So do you want to pop over for this over and back to the TMNT stuff?
Yes,
sure.
I do.
Now
let's go to TMNT versus TNA.
The screen share. Okay. So
it's a good segue.
Yeah. Tits, turtles, whatever. It's all in the T's.
Jerry, I love you. Thank you.
So Gobbledygook was 1984. I asked everyone that I could find what month this was published in 1984, and no one knows. So I have no month stated, but the back states now on sale, TMNT number 1, right around May 1984. Then, previous to that, was TMNT number 1. So that's the debate, which came first. Prior to that is Comic Buyer's Guide number 545, which is April 27th, 1984, which had an advertising in it. And then Amazing Heroes 45 is April 15th, 1984. So there were advertisements for the book before it was released. But which one came first in 84, we don't know for sure. And then, we're talking about the true first appearance of Turtles right here is, in my opinion, Comics Journal number 89, March 1984, in an advertisement of this book, Comics Journal number 89. And there is an article on the website about it from a while ago.
It's an awesome cover.
Great cover. And
here's me so mad you're talking about this again.
and here's the inside is this, and it's just a Leonardo Mirage Studio, yada yada, 40-page, black and white, but that's what it is on the inside. That's the first published Ninja Turtle art. So it
McClay,
depends.
how long you been looking for that book?
A long time.
The Comics Journal, you need one?
Yeah.
I might send one your way.
Let's do a
I
trade.
might have a spare.
Lord of mercy.
But so this is my timeline for the Turtles. Is Comics Journal 89 was the first like published.
I have the Amazing Heroes one. I don't have the Comics Journal one.
Hey, we're
The
coming to
Amazing
market.
Heroes is what, 45?
Yeah.
I can't see. And then what was the Comic Buyer's Guide?
549.
589.
No,
No,
I'm sorry.
545.
545.
Yeah. And then number 1 versus Gobbledygook is the mystery.
Well, the Gobbledygook number 1 sells for like a gajillion dollars. They won't slab them. Am I correct?
Right.
Still?
Yeah, because of the they're counterfeited so much.
And then if you talk to like people that work at CGC and CBCS, I think privately they'll be like, no, I can tell the difference. That might be nice to ask Matt Nelson whenever we get him on the podcast.
JJ's asking, if it says now on sale, wouldn't TMNT number 1 have been out? I think they were printed in the same month, or maybe Gobbledygook was at the end of March, or I'm sorry, April. They were so close, I can't find which one was actually produced first.
I think it was TMT number 1. No,
I looked. I asked. Yeah. Nobody knew. If they were in May, if they were even the same month, like which one actually hit the presses first versus even hit the shelves first. But anyway, so that the first is this 89, the Comics Journal number 89. So be on the lookout.
That was Paul being his intelligent version, man. Deno, where's that GIF? We need it.
Hold on. I got it. One second.
We need to be on point when Paul does this.
Yes.
I'm in.
On top of it. He's deep into it, man. He's deep into it.
What else we got? What else was on our discussion points? Ultimate Fallout 4. We're going to hit that.
Well, I want to let everybody know to like and subscribe and to check out the other shows on the channel. We got a lot of really cool content going on right now, so make sure you're checking that stuff out. Make sure to subscribe and do all that fun stuff. What up?
And Paul, it wasn't a printing press. It was on a photocopier. That's how they were produced.
Did I ever tell you guys that as soon as I get praise, I mess up?
No, you're good.
You did great, Paul.
So that's why I closed myself out of the window.
I'm looking at Heritage right now. I think, honestly, I bet you $10 that TMT number 1 was made first, and then they just made a Gobbledygook number 1 on a photocopier, probably at the same time. So I bet you that's how it kind of went down, because there's only 50 copies.
Yeah.
So roughly.
They're very close. I don't think you can go wrong with, obviously you can't go wrong with either one, but as far as the first Topher-esque published image of a turtle in regards to Mirage universe, it's that Comics Journal.
That's a good thing to watch for, because I've never even seen that one.
When did this sell, man? $5,000, man. This one sold for $6,000 almost. Jeez.
I think.
How do they know it's real? That's the thing. That's what scares the piss out of me.
Of the Gobbledygook?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
A 9.2 sold for $6,500. Jeez.
I don't know, dude. For the same reason that when people tell me oh no, I can smell Mile High comics.
Yeah.
This book was in a basement. This book was stored in an attic, and I'm like, you fucking smoke a lot of weed, bro?
I'm just saying. I don't know. A book like that looks like it came off a photocopier is scary as piss.
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
There's probably something about the staples or something that they know, but man, scary shit.
King Kong balls, dude. I ain't got them.
It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny when somebody finds a box of these somewhere in like a warehouse somewhere. It's like, there's instead of 50, there's 150.
Yeah,
Solo Wookiee's saying he's Solo Wookiee. Shout out, you're welcome, man. He says he has a poster for me. Interesting. I don't want to know what it is. Just send it to me. And
let's talk about the Miles Morales craziness going on with Marvel's Previews 95 sales, Ultimate Fallout #4 sales, including that second print craziness.
So the whole, I don't even know where it all started, because a couple of things have all happened in the last 3 weeks. There was the Marvel Preview 95 sale of a 9.8 for $2,000. So you've got the second print. I'm going to start at the high end because
the Marvel stuff is crazy.
But I mean, that can't be rare. There are 2 graded 9.8s, but only because nothing's sold. And it sold for $2,000, which is a crazy freaking number. And then there's the Ultimate Fallout 4 variant, which there was a sale for $4,000 and change, or $4,500 pretty recently.
That's right.
Right? Like it was over 4. I don't know if it was quite 45, somewhere in that 4 to 4,500. Where that book in January was $2,000 solid.
That's right.
So that's a crazy jump. You got the preview at $2,000 a jump. The Ultimate Fallout 4 first print has been going skyrocket. The second print, No Mask, is all of a sudden a $50 book.
No shit.
There have been $50 sales on that No Mask variant. Why is the other second print still a $7? Why is the other second print a $7 book?
I don't know, but I like the $7 book maybe more than all of them.
Yes.
Well, not all of them, but
I like the way it looks.
The price point.
Yeah.
Oh, at the price point, fuck yes. But I'm just saying, how is one second print that looks just like the first print without a mask 50, and the second print, which is the white background, is that Pacelli? But who the hell's that one? I blanking, but
Pacelli, yeah, I think
him on the white background, unmasked face is so cheap. I can't figure this book out, and I don't understand what would drive the variant from $2,000 to $4,000 plus in this time. There's no news. There's no Spider-Man movement. No rumors. What is fueling this?
I'm gonna bite my lip.
I think it's spec, and people have nothing else to buy. Have they dried up? Have the other ones dried up? I don't know. That's my question.
It's not even a rare book.
No. I'm sorry. Bite my lip.
It's not that rare, right? I mean, they were in the $5 packs.
Then it's people with money not knowing what they're doing, just searching eBay and searching by either lowest price or something, and just clicking buy it now before they do their own research.
Listen, I know some people that have sold this book at those high prices, and it is not like a shill bid. I know what people are saying. It's not a shill buy.
I don't know. Nico has the answer.
At the risk of alienating our 4 fans, if COVID-19 has taught me anything, it's that there's a lot more really fucking stupid people than I ever imagined. Like, I sometimes will listen to people say things, and I'll be like, how do you not get lost on your way to work?
I don't think it's maybe.
Like, how do you follow street signs? I don't think these are like real smart buys. I think this, we talk about it all the time. Like, it just takes one sale and it becomes like a new normal. I think, people bought this book thinking it was the first print, and then it's the new normal, and that price has kind of stayed on that cover. I think people don't buy the second print with the cool cover that I think we all kind of prefer, because nobody went out and told them, like, you should do that on a top 10 list, whether it's our top 10 list or any number of other top 10 lists. Buy this book. I think we talked about, I think there's maybe 9,000 copies of the second print, so it's certainly not between the two covers, the one that's the $7 one being obviously the better looking one. I don't know what the distribution was, but that was the B. So obviously there'll be less than 4,500 of it. At the $7 price point, it seems like the one to buy. And you're
That's
crazy
an
if you
interesting
don't.
one. Gary brings about the Ultimate Spider-Man 1 second print's a good book. Well, probably because nobody's talking about that damn thing.
I mean, I think it's people who just don't know what we know. They're taking advice from other places and running with it, thinking that will hold more water than it will, and gambling money that they have on it, and hopefully they have it. I was going to say, or money they don't have, which would be a scarier scenario. And I think that's part of the learning curve. I think every day this whole hobby gets new people, and everyone's stuck inside right now. What are they playing on their phones or looking at whatever?
I don't.
Who doesn't want to buy something? Who doesn't want to buy something that someone else says is a sure thing that they trust, and they're going to tuck away in a box behind them for who knows how long?
I don't even
wait
want
for the trailer, man. Just buy it. Just buy it now. I'm telling you, it's good spec. Just stick it in your box, and it'll pop. And when it does, you'll thank me.
I don't even want to talk out the other second print because the whole thing's. There's so many of all of these books. The first print,
absolutely. The one I like,
is the one I like. I saw selling books of the last 20 years. Huge print run.
Huge.
I used to find them all the time. Now you don't, but I mean, you could find them forever. The variant was thought rare, and then all of a sudden it popped up in the Five Below packs.
Yep.
And the second prints, I don't have any idea on the print run, but is this a book you want to jump on the second print one over the other? Fuck, man, it's crazy.
I like this is spec from that I heard from Van Denby, Spider-Man 2, Evil Miles Morales.
Paul, I love you.
I like it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Paul's a good-hearted dude. He really is. And Van's a good dude too, for the record.
The whole, I don't know, man. Jesus Christ, is that so we like
Spider-Man 2, by the way.
Well, I think what people sort of are assuming that are paying the $4,500 is that who's the kid, the young kid that's playing Peter Parker?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. He doesn't have that many films left in him. Sony's going to do a Spider-Verse.
You don't think he has that many films left him in what way?
They hired him as a young kid to do a lot of
contract wise or biologically.
I mean, what's he gonna? I mean, how many more movies could he possibly make?
Well, at some point he's going to command fucking RDJ movie money, and they're going to be like, okay, we'll get a new guy.
Yeah. So anyway, on like a 10-year plan, you get the Miles Morales variant, the high end. Now, look, am I paying $4,500 for it? No, I passed it at $2,500, but I looked at it at $2,500 when it was a 9.8. If it was $1,500, it would have been a lot more interesting to me because I could see, over the course of a couple of years, a $1,500 book turning in, 5 years later, turning into a $3,000 book. I like Miles as a character, the way they've developed him. Plus, I wasn't an avid collector when you guys were pulling them out of the Five Below packs, which may have tainted, what I thought of the book.
So phase out Tom Holland, enter mysterious actor as Miles Morales, right?
Yeah, who knows, dude? There could be some guy in Hollywood who has like a tip that he's going to appear in the next Doctor Strange multiverse of madness, and soon he's going to roll out a new film, and they made a run on a lot of these books, and the prices pop. It's hard to kind of tell, but for my dollars, I'm a $7 buy-in on the one with his head on it. Not a $4,500 buy-in. Certainly not.
$7 has nowhere to go down.
Yeah.
I want to jump real quick to the next topic, and that is
wait, we had another topic?
Yeah, we do. This craziness.
Oh man, they have the 3 a.m. sales.
I did put that in, huh?
Well,
I was on point today. I'm like Paul.
Z-Man.
I'll send you a little something every now and then in the mail. You can take the
So
pill
what
before the
happened
show.
with this craziness? How did this happen?
The ECC store listed their stuff at about 4 a.m. Eastern time this morning.
No,
This is the
Sunday.
JTC Wolverine ECC variant, the one that was going for a ridiculous amount of money a week ago. I mean, this thing was selling at like $1,000, wasn't it?
But wait, I thought this was Saturday.
9.8? Weren't these 9.8 selling for $1,000?
Oh God,
This was a few days ago. It wasn't this morning. You're
It
right.
was Sunday though. It was like 4 a.m. Saturday night, Sunday morning. Out of the blue, I didn't hear anything about it until after everything was sold out.
No, it was posted on the Facebook group at like 7, and I saw it. By the time I logged in, it was gone.
Yeah.
But there are some reliable sources saying there were people buying 25 at a time. So this is probably not a book if you have right now graded or you have that you want to hold.
Yeah,
You should probably sell it right now, because whatever got out before is, let's say, at best 20% of the print run, at worst
Now
10 or 5%. So
if this was your company, would you have limited it, or would you have just opened the floodgates?
They need money. They lost a shit ton of money.
They don't care.
Yeah, they just
do
need
not.
money.
The con producers do not care about the aftermarket. They want to get rid of them. $25 a pop times 3,000 books is a lot of money.
Yeah, you're true. You're right. It's true.
Listen, a friend of the show was just saying that there were a lot of people buying a lot of copies of this book. It was not like they released another 100 or 200 copies. They released a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a great cover, but if you are holding a 9.8, a 9.6, a high grade raw, the next 2 or 3 days, you better get rid of that fucker, because there's a lot coming in the mail to people.
You're right. It is a pretty cover.
Wow.
Buy it back later.
Yeah, I remember I never buy retail variants, and I remember when I saw this, I was like, oh, I should buy that. And then, like, any number of shiny objects, I've kind of trained myself to be like, no. But then it went bananas.
It did.
Like, it just went bonkers. I didn't realize that 9.8s had gotten to $1,000. Holy crap.
I thought they did. Maybe I'm wrong. I totally thought they did, though.
It's an expensive book, but I don't know if it's that high. But my God, I don't know, man. The con needed to sell them. I understand. Whoever had them needed to sell them, but Jesus, the aftermarket for this is going to take a dip for a minute. So
I don't see anything wrong with the cover as far as proportions or.
No, it's a beautiful cover.
I think it's beautifully done. It's just get out now. I agree with Z. Get out now. Get back in later. I would almost say even if it's your personal copy.
Yeah, I mean, it had the same. Yeah. I thought it had the trajectory, or it was going to have the trajectory of those Adam Hughes Tech 27 variants that were gorgeous.
Because
but they weren't super rare.
At $25 a pop.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, but now that this happened, I might be able to buy one.
Yeah. There you go.
If a bunch of guys bought them at 25, you'll be able to buy them for under 50, because they're just going to do a quick flip.
I think you can get them for like $45, $50. So if you have one, you might, like John said, you want to recoup any of that money you spent on this thing.
If you can sell them for 75 to 100, get them out, and you can buy another one back real quick.
Yeah. And I'm a big fan of JTC and all the negative space stuff. I really like the negative space stuff. It's a bummer that it's happening to his books, but I don't know. It's kind of underhanded. All right, gentlemen.
I'm glad you guys told me this.
I
didn't know.
Did I ever tell
I will
you guys?
say it's interesting for an artist to have two things he's very well known for.
Yeah, action figure covers and negative space variants.
And that's kind of such a dichotomy of skills. It's impressive. I have no say yay or nay on the guy, but that's impressive to have two things that they're like, oh, the negative space or the action figures, and the same guy's like the guy.
Yeah.
I want to throw this note away that was stuffed in my car. Did I ever tell you guys the Paul's problem story of the fake? You guys know about the decoy cash, right?
Yeah.
If you don't, it's fake money I bought off Amazon. It looks like it's like made for movie money, and it's just a joke. But so every now and then I'll drop like a $20 bill at a carnival or something. And I won't watch people. I'll just drop it and I'll just laugh later. But I parked and if I told the story, well, too bad. You're going to hear it again because I want to throw this note out. I dropped a fake made for movie $20 bill in a parking garage right outside my car. Like I stepped behind my car and just dropped it. And then I went inside. And then I did my thing. I came back out to my car and the bill with this note was stuffed in my car door, my driver's side door. And the note that was on it said, I found this outside your car getting into mine. If it's not yours, then just have a great day. And I felt so bad that I haven't dropped any decoy cash since, because this person was so nice that despite how fake that money felt, that they wrote a note and stuffed it into my car door. So that was that. I'm going to throw that note out now. That story has been told, but I thought that was a good one.
Paul's problem.
Paul's just restored my faith in humanity.
That person restored my faith because I haven't dropped any money since.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us this week. We want to give another reminder to make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure to check out all the shows that's coming up. Z, you got anything dropping anytime soon?
Screenshot and share.
Yes.
Screenshot share. Global Comic Safari is on a couple-week break. My boy Matt is moving. Please check out 3 Comic Monty, man. That's one of my favorite shows that we record a week where we share 3 books from our collection on a theme. This week was clown covers, and I pull out one of my all-time favorites. So,
hell,
and we all know Z and his clown covers.
Well, if also join us for the Hot 10 show this week. This week we have guests from Bird City Comics. They will be joining me on the Hot 10 list this week. So make sure you guys check that out on Friday night. And what you got? You got anything coming up, Nico?
He doesn't know what he's doing yet. He'll pick somebody later.
Okay.
He's lost.
Oh yeah, it'll be good.
There we go. All right, gentlemen. We will see you next time.
Screenshot and share.
Yes, screenshot and share.